All right, thanks for stopping by. So what do you think about yesterday's video where I jumped my e-bike, Evel Knievel style, off of the hang glider launch pad all the way across the valley? And it's too bad my camera cut out right after I jumped, or you would have saw me land safely on the other mountainside. Yeah, my left ankle, it's a little sore, but other than that, it was a great jump. And I didn't even need my parachute. You know, I'm all about safety. So. But that was a fun video to make. All right, so what's going on today? You might think I'm crazy, but I'm thinking about changing campsites. I'll explain in just a moment. But right here on the right, where this ambulance is now, this is where Marge and Darren was at, and they left. And I thought about taking their spot, but now I'm thinking about taking this spot right here on the right. That's a good spot, and it overlooks the mountain. And the reason is there's an outhouse right across the road from me, and I'm catching a whiff of it. And it's getting a little worse. The wind is just not changing. So I'm going to make a loop here on the bike and see if there's any other sites I'd rather have. Now, I'm not even considering these on the left on the inner loop because none of them are any good. I mean, they're not bad, but they don't have views. So I'm just going to make a loop, check it out. Now here on the right is the camp post. They got a big site. And this one here on the right would be pretty good. No views though. But the next one coming up here on the right, where this car and this Class C, that's the best campsite in the campground. It's huge and it overlooks the mountain. But it doesn't have the views of Mount Humphrey and the San Francisco Peaks like I have right now. But the one I'm thinking about moving to does. So here's the spot I've been in since I got here. Great spot, but right across the road, that outhouse is stinking it up. All right, let's ride back up here and check out this site. I better make a decision because these campsites go quickly. The ones on the right-hand side of the road. So yeah, I'm thinking this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so that was quick. I have moved. Already got the tarp awning set up. And I connected it to the picnic table like I did before. That was quick. Already got the shower tent set up. That took a total of like 15 minutes, tops. But yeah, this is what I'll start doing. Anytime I have a picnic table, just pulling right up to it and hooking up like that. So I saw the camp post. She was out riding on the cart. And I told her what I was thinking about doing. She said, no problem. Just move your ticket from your post to the new post. So here's the little trail that goes down. And this is the view I wanted. I wanted to be able to sit out here in the chair and look at Mount Humphrey and the San Francisco Peaks. And I can do that from here. And I can also look out and see the hang gliders if they start launching. I would love to see a hang glider launch right off of that mountain there. So yeah, so the views aren't as vast and wide open, but this campsite is still great. Still the same price, and I don't have to deal with the smell of the outhouse. So yeah, this is a no-brainer. This is going to be great. And I just noticed that this site is completely level, so I don't need any leveling blocks. So that's another plus. Okay, let's check out the neighbors. Got a truck camper here on the left. That is a nice rig. And I've got a travel trailer here on the right. But I'm kind of on a V-point, so a little more privacy. So here we go, new campsite. And guess what I just noticed? My cell signal is 5G now. It's much faster just by moving right here. I don't know how cell signal works, but just moving 100 yards up the road gave me great cell signal. So the next order of business is to heat some water up on the stove and get a shower. I'm looking forward to my shower. But so things change. And looks like it's going to turn out for the better. Okay, just got my shower. I feel like a brand new man. And the clouds are going away. And I think we're going to have a beautiful sunset on the San Francisco Peaks. And there's the San Francisco Peaks. Look how the earth just rises up in like terraces. That is so neat. Oh, this is great. Okay, so let's go back and put things up. I need to charge up my shower water pump. I noticed it was getting a little weak doing my shower. Oh, and someone just took my old campsite down there. What is that, a Jeep Cherokee? See how quickly the campsites go around here? That didn't take long, and this is a Monday evening. Just imagine what it's like on the weekends. So after my shower, I pulled this floor liner out to let it dry. I have a little water left in there, so I'll leave that. And I'll use that for the next shower. And I'll leave the door open so it airs out in there. And sometimes I'll take the top off, you know, it'll air out even better. But I always put the top on when I'm showering because it really holds the heat in. It's a big difference having that top on and without. Got to put my body wash up. I keep it in a spray bottle so it doesn't spill around. So that's just for convenience. So I guess we'll end with this. It was a big day, you know, moving campsites. And I didn't really get to say goodbye to Marge and Darren because I was off on a bike ride when they had to leave. I think they'd been here about a week when I pulled up. But it was great meeting them. And let's go out here and give you one final zoomed in shot. The temperature right now is about 70 degrees. And you know, I really only had about 3.5 weeks of hot weather in Flagstaff. That was in July. But next July, I will not be in Arizona at all. I'll be on the Oregon coast. I talked with Gina today, Van Life with Gina. And, you know, they had the Oregon meetup like late June. So I'm planning to attend that. I missed it this summer, but I was there the summer before that. And Amanda and I had talked about going to the Oregon coast just a few weeks ago for next summer. So I'm thinking late June through early August, just van life on the Oregon coast. Now, the problem is you can't really park on the coast anymore. You know, it's really enforced now. So you can't set up camp. You would have to spend your day at the beach and then go park in town, stealth park in town overnight. And there's a few places I know up in the forest that's not far from the beach that you can go and camp overnight for free. But that is the plan for late June and July of next summer. I love making plans like this, but I also like being spontaneous. But I'm not made of money, so all of my travel plans has to be within my budget. Looking back at the first 6 months that I was full-time nomad on the road, I traveled a ton. And I spent a lot of money on gasoline. Remember when Nomak and I were running all over Northern California and Oregon and Washington and Montana and Idaho? And, speaking of Nomak, I talked to him the other day. He is buying a house in Ohio. He loves his new job. And his dogs, Bella and Barrett, they're doing great. So it's good to hear from him. I hadn't heard from him in about a month. But yeah, that was great to hear from him, and he's doing well. But back to the traveling issue, you know, when you first go out on the road doing this van life thing, full time nomad, you will spend a lot more than you expect the first few months. And for me, it was the first 6 months. But the good thing is the YouTube channel is doing better now than it was back then. So that's helping with the finances. And plus, I took this summer just to kind of stay around one area, around Flagstaff and northern Arizona. Didn't do a lot of traveling, didn't spend a lot on gas. So, you've got to kind of pick and choose your times and go with your budget, but you can still have a great adventure without traveling 1,000 miles. So, for being financially responsible, my plan is for October, I'll have to drive across the country and I'll visit my dad and then come all the way back across the country to Arizona, where I will plant myself in the desert for the fall and the winter, saving up for summer travels. And next summer looks like it's going to be a pretty big travel season. Well, we'll wrap it up for now. I appreciate you watching. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.